Okay, actually this one, okay, we calculate the profit also lah, the return, okay, from the investment. Okay, only then, okay, when we talk about the residual income, okay, actually it's a measure, okay, it's a measure of investment, okay, or profit centers, okay, after deducting the imputed, okay, or the, okay, notional interest cost of the capital on, okay, net asset, yeah. So the RI, okay, is the amount, okay, of profit actually. So whatever the profit that derive, okay, from the investment after deducting the imputed, okay, interest charge, that one we call it as a residual income. Okay, so the concept of residual income is used, okay, when a company, okay, is, okay, about to make a decision, okay, regarding, okay, whether or not to accept a project, or whether a division, okay, of a company will be able to generate in excess, okay, of the goal of minimum return, okay, as set by the company. So it depends here. If let's say the required rate return, okay, how much, dia sama macam ROI jugalah, okay. If let's say company kata 15 and then, okay, the new opportunity 20, so they need to accept, okay, the project, okay. Dia punya konsep lebih kurang sama untuk residual income, okay. So if let's say, okay, the minimum rate, okay, required rate dia is if let's say 15, okay, and then, okay, as long as, okay, dia punya kat sini lagi satu, okay, as long as, okay, if let's say the RI is a positive number, so you just concentrate dekat positive number, okay, so the project actually is earning more than the minimum as expected by the company, okay. So dia punya indicator kat sini lebih kepada if let's say the positive, okay, if the RI is positive, dia punya value is positive, means that the project give a return, okay, give a profit, yeah? So dekat sini dia akan reduce lah the conflict of manager, because, okay, this one is not based, okay, the manager is not evaluated based on the ROI, okay, this one, okay, more on the overall, yeah. So kita tengok this one, okay. We are talking about the minimum required rate of return. So this one will be set by the company, okay, how many percent, okay, first one, okay. So to calculate this one, when we want to calculate the investment charge here, okay, actually it's based on the minimum rate of return, okay. What is the percentage of minimum, okay, required rate of return here? So this one, okay, we will, okay, if let's say the investment is 100,000, okay, times, okay, 20%, how much, okay, the imputed, okay, interest tax, okay, you will get the investment charge, okay. So to get the RI, okay, so net profit before tax minus investment charge, okay, you will get the residual income. So what will be the balance, okay, after deducting the investment charge, okay, what is the balance, okay, what is the profit, okay, itu yang kita kena tengok lah, okay, is it this figure, this RI, okay, give a positive value or give a negative value. So kalau bagi positive value, okay, towards the end we get the positive value, means that, okay, this investment, okay, give a return, give an excess, okay, return or profit, okay, to the company, okay. So sepatutnya lah, as long as positive, okay, the manager or the company should proceed, okay, with, okay, with the investment, okay. Sebenarnya nak tengok kat sini, any investment that give, okay, a return, okay, a profit, excess, okay, so the company need to accept, okay, accept the investment, okay, any investment opportunity. So kita tengok ya, okay, in this case, okay, Berduri Berhad, okay, has an opportunity, okay, to invest, okay, 100,000, okay, in a project that will give a return of 25,000, okay. So Berduri Berhad has 20%, okay, required rate of return, okay, and 30% ROI, okay, on existing business, okay. So in this case, okay, so kita kira, okay, this one just simple example untuk calculate the RI, okay. We get the investment 100,000, okay, and then we get the minimum required rate of return is 20%. So what will be the investment charge, okay? So we can see here, okay, 20%, okay, out of 100, okay, 1,000, it will be 20,000, okay. So, okay, the next one, sorry, okay, the next one, 25,000, then the net profit before tax is 25,000, okay. Investment charge is 20,000. So the residual income will be 5,000 because 25 minus 20, okay, residual income, okay, will be 5,000. So meaning that, okay, in this case, okay, based on this investment, company gain a profit, okay, gain a RI, gain another income, okay, extra income, excess income of 5,000. Okay. So dia positif kan, sepatutnya company kena accept, okay. Tapi, okay, sekarang ni I nak tanya you balik, okay. As the manager of Berduri Berhad, okay, would you invest, okay, the 100,000 if you were evaluated using residual income? Okay, yes or no? Okay, would your decision be different if your performance will be evaluated using ROI? Okay, kita dapat kat sini kan, RI, residual income is 5,000. Okay, ROI that being said, okay, is 30%. So what will be your answer? Okay, for the first one, okay, what will be your answer? Senyap sunyi sepi.
Yes.
Yes.
Sebab dapat extra income 5,000.
5,000 kan, sebab kita kata tadi whatever positive value kan, positive value indicating a positive return, okay. So from the investment, okay, the company will get excess of 5,000. Okay, if let's say, okay, would your decision be different if your performance will be evaluated using ROI? Mana lagi tinggi? RI ke guna ROI? Macam mana nak kira ROI? Okay, net profit. Okay, net profit divide by total investment. Okay, sepatutnya you akan dapat berapa? Cepat kira. Kan semalam kan kita kira ROI kan, return on investment. Return on investment will be net profit, okay, divide by the investment. Okay. So you will get how much? Net profit dia berapa?
25,000.
Okay, net profit water is 25,000. Okay, divided by 100. Okay, 100,000. How much you will get?
25%.
25%.
Okay, 25%. Okay, sekarang ni ROI 30%. Okay, so, okay, if let's say you are using the ROI, okay, the return will be higher, betul? Betul ke tak betul? Betul kan? Okay.
Yes.
So if let's say, okay, you want to decide, okay, based, okay, on the managerial punya, maksudnya based on the managerial decision kan, okay, benefit to the manager, okay, so the manager will, okay, will use the ROI, betul, sebab ROI punya return, okay, ROI punya profit is more, okay, as compared with the RI. Okay, tetapi dekat sini kita nak balancekan, ya. Maksudnya to reduce, okay, the manager conflicts, okay, for the future growth of the company, supposedly, okay, the manager, okay, should accept, okay, this project, okay, using the RI measurement lah, okay, sebab RI punya measurement cuma 5K. Kalau ikutkan, kalau guna ROI dia akan dapat return 20K, betul kan? Okay, sebab dia dapat 25%. Okay, kalau 25%, okay, dia akan dapat return, okay, 20K kan, sebab dia invest, okay, 100,000. Okay, so in this case, okay, even, okay, RI, okay, give a slightly lower figure, okay, but, okay, the rationale of, okay, accepting this RI, kita tengok advantage dia, ya. Okay, residual income measure encourage, okay, managers to make profitable investment that would be rejected by the manager using ROI. Okay, sebab tadilah bila kita tengok sample, okay, just now, memang akan clearly lah, okay. Kalau managers yang kira menggunakan ROI, definitely dia akan reject RI. Okay, dia akan guna ROI sebab kalau guna ROI, okay, dia punya profit will be higher. Okay, more likely to promote goal congruence, so compared to ROI, yeah, because, okay, the aims is to the, okay, how to measure the company performance, okay, the growth, okay, it's not just focusing on the current ataupun short term benefit kan, okay. They are also okay looking okay for the okay future benefit ataupun okay the growth of the company. What happen if let's say okay the manager is very selective in investing, okay, the investment, okay. Just an example, very selective, okay. Kalau yang tinggi je yang diambil. Kalau yang maksudnya dia akan subject to reject lots of things. So that one will be the okay conflict of the manager punya interest lah. Okay, sebab dia nak apa? Dia nak maintain dia punya ROI tu, make sure showing a high figure, a good indicator, a good achievement. So in that case, okay, it will distort the future growth of the company. Kalau RI ni lebih positif, if let's say you do any investment as long as give a positive return, okay, you just accept that one, okay, for the future growth, because it will allow the company, okay, to expand, okay, to gain, because as long as gain benefit kan excess, they get the excess profit, so they need to accept, okay. Takes into account the organization required rate of return in measuring the performance, encourage investment in the project which okay, yield a positive RI to the organization. Yeah. So itu dia punya reason lah, okay, why, okay, actually, okay, to reduce the managerial behavioral problem, okay, to reduce the conflict, okay, in the between the managers, okay, by right the company more focusing on the RI as long as any investment will provide a benefit, okay, to the company or provide a future growth, okay, for the company. Makin banyak investment dia akan buka lagi kan, create more opportunity, okay, for the success, okay, of the company. Betul? Salah, kan dia yang tak setuju. Yoli. Malas nak layan dia, malas nak jawabnya. Jawablah.
Setuju, madam, setuju.
Okay. So this advantage of the residual income, okay, unlike ROI, okay, RI cannot be used to assess the relative performance of business that are a different size, okay. Because this one is based on the, okay, we are talking about the investment kan, okay. Small company definitely they will go for, okay, small amount of investment kan, okay, and then okay for the larger company definitely lah, okay, the amount for the investment will be slightly bigger, okay. So if let's say they want to make a comparison, okay, it's not yalah kan, kalau lah okay kan if let's say we are using the ROI kan, okay, ROI, the net profit, okay, for the small company, okay, we divided with the number of the amounts of the investment, okay, definitely lah, okay. So that's why here, okay, if let's say we are using the RI, okay, the amount of the investment, okay, and then the net profit minus the investment charge, okay, it will be a little bit different lah, okay. We cannot compare large on the size of the company, because okay the result will be different, okay. We are talking about the how effectively, okay, the manager manage, okay, the investment, okay, it's not the amount, okay. When we are talking, okay, yalah dia kata formula is biased, okay, in favor of the larger business kan, betul kan? Boleh nampak tak kat sini dia punya logic ataupun dia punya I mean indirectly lah from the because this one kan, okay, we have this type of the formula, okay, net profit before tax, okay, minus investment charge, okay. Investment charge is based on the investment capital, okay. Large company will tend to, okay, have a larger investment capital, okay, and then dia punya net profit before tax might be, okay, larger lah kan, sebab company besar kan, okay, as compared with the a small company, okay. That one if, okay, we evaluating, okay, on the base, okay, on the figure base, okay. But if let's say we are evaluating, okay, on the managerial aspect, okay, small company is, okay, much better or much easier to manage, okay. Small investment, okay, is much easier to manage kan. If let's say you purchase any fixed asset and so on, okay, small company as compared with, okay, big company, okay, the size, okay, and then the I mean, yelah, we are talking about the investment kan okay, if let's okay, the other disadvantage would be, okay, can encourage short-term focus, okay? Because this one, the evaluation is based on the yearly or accounting period kan, okay, yearly basis ni. But okay, if let's say, okay, we are looking for the opportunity, okay, investment, okay, it will lead to the growth kan, the growth of the company, okay, increasing lah definitely. Tapi, okay, kalau kita just kira, okay, RI only, maksudnya just depend, okay, on the yearly RI, so it will lead to the short term focus kan, sebab kita nak tengok kan berapa dia punya investment charge, okay, the net profit after investment charge, okay, only then we get the RI, okay. Focus on the financial aspect only. We are not, okay, go through in detail, okay, the behind of the is it fail or success, okay, of the investment kan. Then we are just evaluating on the figure. If let's say, because just now, okay, when we see, okay, a positive figure, yes, okay, and then if let's say, the return is negative, okay, it means that, okay, the investment, okay, could not provide any gain kan, maksudnya the investment, okay, give a loss, okay, to the company, okay. So itu kalau kita cakap pasal, okay, RI. So you already, okay, get, okay, some idea, okay, the difference between, okay, ROI, okay, as compared with the RI, okay. And then the third one, okay, we still talking about the investment, okay, economic value added, okay. So this economic, okay, value added, actually we are focusing, okay, more on the, the wealth, okay, the shareholder wealth. Actually, we are calculating, we are focusing on the, okay, profit or economic value, okay, that contribute, okay, to the shareholder wealth. So that's why here, okay, EVA, okay, referred as economic profit. We are talking about the economic profit, yeah, as it attempts to capture the true economic profit of the company. So here, okay, actually, yeah, the financial performance is based, okay, on the residual wealth, okay, calculated by deducting cost of capital, okay, from its operating profit, okay, adjusted for tax on the cash, okay, basis, okay. So kita tengok this one, okay. Actually, the EVA, economic value added, yeah, okay, is equal to, okay, profit, okay, profit after tax, okay, minus the invested capital, okay, times with the weighted average cost of capital, okay. Dia punya formula dia slightly banyak sikit lah, okay. So we have, okay, net operating profit after tax, okay, and then we have invested capital here, invested capital, okay. Invested capital will be the debts, okay, plus capital lease, okay, plus the shareholders equity. Okay, invested capital can also be determined by total asset minus the current liability. Nanti kita tengok dia punya example. And then weighted average, okay, WACC actually is referring to the weighted average cost of capital, okay. So kalau ROI dia lebih kepada managers, okay, and then RI, okay, sama ada division ataupun overall, okay, and then the economic value added, okay, they're more focusing on the shareholders, okay, shareholders wealth, yeah. So quantify the cost of invested capital, okay, into a certain project to assess whether it's generate enough cash to be considered a good investment. We are still talking about the investment, and then how this investment, okay, provide a return, okay. Any project, any investment, okay, if let's say the return is excess, okay, is excess of the required minimum return, so okay, this this project, okay, provide a profitable return, okay, that creates, okay, wealth and return for the shareholder, okay. So in this case, dia kata requiring performance above the company cost of capital, as long as, okay, the minimum the required minimum return, if let's say, okay, the EVA, positive EVA, okay, will be above, okay, the required minimum return. So the company or the company should accept, okay, the investment, okay, or the project, okay. Boleh nampak tiga beza tu, ya. Yeah? Okay, this one is invested, okay, invested capital, okay. I mean this one just the, how to get the detailed figure lah, okay. And then, okay, in this case, okay, there is a modified formula lah, okay. So EVA actually is referring to the net operating profit after tax, okay, minus with the total net asset, okay, times with the WACC, okay, weighted average, okay. So, okay, this one will be the advantage, okay, the advantage of EVA. Okay, EVA calculation force manager to be aware, okay, of asset and expenses when making managerial decision, okay. However, the EVA calculation relies heavily on the amount of invested capital, okay. Thus, okay, is best used for asset-rich company that are stable or matured, yeah. So company with more intangible asset, okay, such as technology business, okay, may not suitable to use EVA measure. Okay, actually this one, okay, it's up to the company lah, which type of the performance measure that best suit, okay, to their business nature, okay. So this one is a how, okay, to calculate, okay, the EVA. Okay, first we need to calculate the WACC, okay, weighted average, okay, cost of capital, okay. So this one will be cost of debt after tax, okay, times market value of the debts, okay, plus with the, okay, cost of equity capital times market value of equity, okay, divided by market value of debt, okay, plus market value of equity. So only then you will get the weighted average, the first step, okay. The second step, you need to calculate the invested capital. So invested capital, okay, derived, okay, from the, okay, total asset, investment centers, total asset minus the current liability. Only then you get the investment charge, okay. So this investment charge, okay, derived from this, okay, formula, okay, times dengan the WACC, okay. So this one will be the first step to calculate the WACC. Okay, this one, okay, to calculate the, okay, invested capital. So that, okay, times with the WACC, you will get the investment charge, okay. So investment center profit after tax minus investment charge, only then you get the EVA, okay, economic value added. Okay, so kita tengok satu senario nak kira macam mana ya. Okay. So this one is Southern Division, okay, of Santan, okay, food tax, okay, reported the following result, okay. Dia punya profit before tax is 6 million kan, okay, 6.750 million. Total asset will be 45, okay, million. Okay, and then current liability 600,000. Okay, debts will be 40 million, and then equity, market value equity 60 million. Okay, interest rate 9%. Okay, cost of equities capital 12%, and then the tax rate will be 30%. Okay, so bila kita nak kira, okay, the first step we will concentrating on the WACC. Okay, how to calculate the weighted average cost of capital. Okay. So in this case, okay, dia punya cost of debt, okay, after tax will be, okay, 9%, okay, tax will be 1 minus 30%. Kenapa 1 minus 30%? So this is the formula lah, okay. 30% will be the tax rate, okay. It depends lah, kalau dia kata tax rate dia 40%, you just take, okay, 1 minus 40%. If let's say 28%, just 1 minus 28%, okay. So 9% will be the cost of debt, okay, just now, okay, this one, 9%. And, okay, dia punya interest rate, okay, on the times, okay, debts, this one, okay. And then times dengan 40 million, the market value of the debt, okay, 40 million, okay, plus with the cost of equity, 12%, this one 12%, times with the, okay, market value of equity, okay, 60 million, okay, divide with the market value of debt plus market value of equity, 40 plus 60, so jadi 100, okay, 100 million pula ya, jadi 1 billion kan, okay. Okay, so in this case, okay, the second step, okay, we need to calculate the, okay, the invested capital berapa banyak, okay, computed the investment charge, okay, how to calculate the investment charge, okay, you will take the, okay, the investment capital, this one, okay, times dengan, okay, WACC, you already get the WACC 9.72, okay, and then, okay, the TNA formula will be, okay, this one is apa? 45, okay, 45 million minus, okay, 600, okay, 600,000, 600,000, okay, 600,000, 45 million, okay, we are referring, okay, 45 million is the total asset minus with the 600, okay, 600,000 will be the current liability, okay, total asset minus dengan current, okay, liability, okay. So times with the WACC, you will get, okay, 4.315, okay, million. Okay, just an example here kan. Okay, only then, okay, you will get the operating profit minus, okay, the investment charge, okay. You will get the economic value added. Okay, the next one, okay, the third. Okay, you already calculate the I mean this one, the investment charge here, okay, TNA, okay, times dengan WACC, 4315, okay. And then, okay, the third one, operating profit, operating profit after tax is for, okay, 4.72 million, okay. So this one, how to get, because this one is operating profit after tax. Okay, you tengok ya kat sini, operating profit before tax is 6750. And then the tax rate is 30%. Okay, tak apa, nanti you tengok slow you boleh ni kan. Okay. Ni just nak ni je kan. So that's why here, okay, 6.75 million this one, okay, times dengan 1 minus 30%, okay, the tax, sebab you nak dapatkan operating profit after tax minus with the investment charge. So your economic value added will be, okay, 400, okay, 9,000 lah, okay, 409,000, okay. So apa dia punya conclusion kat sini? Okay, do this investment provide economic value added to the company?
Yes.
Kan boleh nampak kan kat sini, sebab dia punya indicator dia paling simple is a positive return. Okay, any positive return, okay, a positive EVA shows a project return, okay, in excess, okay, of the required minimum return. Okay, so tak kisahlah dia punya required minimum return dia berapa, tapi as long as EVA provide positive figure indicating that, okay, the project give a return, okay, to the shareholder. Okay, because when you are doing this investment, we are more concerned on the shareholder. So what will bring a benefit to the shareholder? Itu kalau kita kira economic value added. Sebab tu kat sini kita cakap economic value added, kita tak cakap profit to the shareholder. Okay, actually what will be the value creation or the value added, okay, to the shareholder. Okay, to quantify the cost kan, okay, kat sini kan, to generate, okay, good investment, okay, investment opportunity to the company, okay, to the shareholder. Okay, basically that one will be, okay, on the EVA. Okay, so okay, now, okay, you get the three ways or three options, okay, in, okay, measuring, okay, the performance, okay, of the company using the financial, okay, financial measure. And then we are more focusing, okay, on the investment, okay, the investment return, okay, is it using the ROI, using the RI, or using the economic value added, okay. The focus, okay, slightly different lah. ROI more on managers, okay, managers punya benefit, okay. RI will be more, okay, for the department as well as the organization. And then, okay, the EVA more concentrating, okay, the benefit, okay, should derive, okay, to the, should be, the shareholder lah. We are concerned more on the shareholder wealth, okay. So itu dia punya, the difference, okay, between, okay, ROI, RI and EVA. Okay, is it okay? Is it clear?
Yes,
Okay,
madam.
Okay, madam.
Boleh
Yeah.
ya?
Madam.
Okay. Yalah, dia cuma slightly different lah sikit. Kalau you belajar tax, bila nak kira RI tu slightly different. Kalau you belajar FA, okay, RI dengan ROI tu slightly different lah dia punya indicator. So this one, okay, on the managerial accounting aspect. Okay, so we are looking more on the the benefit, okay, the future growth ataupun, okay, the benefit to all. Okay, if let's say ROI, okay, will give a conflict to the conflict interest, okay, on the managers, which will distort, okay, the performance of the company as a whole. Okay, so the other option will be RI and EVA. Yeah. Okay, kalau nanti dalam test ke, soalannya akan masuk test kan, okay? So bila dalam soalan test tu lebih kepada justification lah. Okay, if let's say lah they are giving, okay, maksudnya you are giving one scenario, okay, to calculate the RI, ROI as well as the WACC. And then, okay, you need to justify lah which will be the best, okay. And then if let's say ROI, why? If let's say you said RI, why? Okay. If let's say you said that, okay, you want to give, okay, certain, okay, assumption or condition, yes, you can provide as well, okay. Contoh macam tadi lah, okay, kalau you kata kenapa nak go for ROI, because, okay, the manager want to, okay, to protect or to maintain or to show, okay, to portray a good achievement, okay, of their trend, okay. So dia tak nak lah daripada dia punya KPI jatuh ke whatever kan, ataupun you nak kata nak contribute positively to the company. So it depends lah. So anything you can, okay, you can just put, okay, the relevant justification so that, okay, your decision making will be relevant, okay, to the company, okay, which one will contribute, okay, win-win situation, okay, to the shareholder, okay, to the manager, to the department or to the organisation as a whole, okay. So you boleh justify, okay. Dia akan tanya macam tu je lah kalau dalam test lah. Kita just bagi simple case and then you need to do justification, okay. Okay, sekarang ni the next one, okay. Okay, so dah habis dah untuk the economic. Okay, we are talking about the limitations of financial measure. Okay, when company using the financial measure, okay, they only focus, okay, or emphasize, okay, only one perspective of performance. Okay, we are talking about the financial, okay, financial result. Yeah, okay. They only focus on the consequences or result, okay, not the causes of the result, okay. Kenapa RI dapat banyak tu? Okay, kenapa bila dia invest, okay, they are doing, okay, that much investment, okay, the RI become, okay, that so little. Okay, even there is a return, okay, but, okay, as compared with, okay, might be kan, okay, they are not analyzing, okay, in detail, okay, the causes, okay, of the result. They just calculate and then, okay, what will be the decision, okay, and then, okay, how the company want to, okay, is it, okay, they are going to proceed or not, okay. Just to accept or to reject, okay, the project is not, okay, really, okay, doing a detailed analysis, okay, solve the problem, okay, why, okay, the RI only 5,000 is not 20,000 and so on, something macam tu lah, okay. So this one will be the limitation, okay. The measure provide limited guidance for future action, okay, because, okay, we are calculating based on the current year ataupun accounting period only kan, okay. So more on the short term basis, okay. So that's why, okay, the scenario, okay, will be different, okay. Kalau kita nak apa lagilah kalau masa-masa pandemik gini kan, okay. So dia punya this punya situation, okay, will be different, okay. So that's why they say that provide limited, okay, guidance, okay. Previously, okay, there is no pandemic, so, okay, the achievement on investment might be higher, okay. This one during pandemic, okay, tapi previously adakah kita memang ada put direction if let's say certain happen ataupun there is certain, okay, environmental factor that affect the company, okay. What the company need to do, okay, in terms of investment, how, okay, dia tak adalah specific guidance tu maksud dia lah, ya, sebab dia just kira dia on that yearly basis, okay, and then decide, okay, profit ke tak profit, okay, and then okay ke tak okay, is a good or is not good, okay, and then ada indicator, company punya policy berapa, that's it, kan. Okay, may encourage action, okay, which, okay, decrease, okay, both, okay, shareholder and customer value, okay, especially if let's say, okay, they are using the ROI because the managers, okay, there is a tendency of managers, okay, behavioral problem, okay, they try to cut off the cost so that they can show, okay, more profit, okay. Tu kalau dia punya limitation lah, okay. Profit based performance metric measure past performance, okay, yes, okay, it's not the current kan, okay, it's past performance, okay, and then the result of the measure may be distorted by the accounting policy, okay. Financial metrics are also criticized as leading to managerial okay. managerial, managerial apa ni? Managerial, myopia, or short termism, whereby management attempted to make decision which satisfy their short term objective only. So all this one will be the criticism, the witness of having financial performance measure. As compared with the non-financial measure, they are more analyzing on the causes, how to solve, how to strategize and so on. There is more detail. This one just more on they are focusing more on the profit. Profit based, profit based performance. When we are talking about investment pun dia nak tengok return, so profit juga. So itu sahaja untuk the first part. And then we will continue on the second part. We will talk in detail a few types of non-performance measurement indicator or technique. Ada nak tanya? Ada yang tak puas hati? Ada yang nak tambah?
Tak ada,
Dia nak
madam.
tambah based on you punya knowledge ke, experience ke, you want do some comparison based on your knowledge and so on,
Madam, yang slide ni madam dah upload dalam Google Classroom tak?
Ada kan? Semalam ada. Ada lagi tukar ya. Tak apalah, nanti saya just upload lagi the latest version ya.
Okay, madam.
Ini I just contoh-contoh yang ni je sebenarnya, tak ada changes sangat rasanya sebab semalam tu dah upload the latest one, ni cuma sebab contoh-contoh sikit je ni. Tak ada mungkin saya just highlighting something. Tak apalah, I just upload the latest one ya, yang current ni,
Boleh.
This one just basic guidance lah, basic guidance. Kalau you nak, saya tak tahu macam mana nak bagi exercise dekat you sebab dia lebih kepada dia punya calculation lebih simple je kan. ROI, nak kira ROI senang je kan. Scenario given lebih straightforward lah. You tak perlu nak extract daripada dia punya balance sheet and so on kan. Dia just straightforward and then sebab dia nak lebih kepada decision making. So dia bukan macam file lah, you nak kena kira semua, lepas tu baru you nak kena ni kan. Dia lebih kepada calculation kan. Tapi kalau MA ni dia lebih kepada justification lah, accept or reject, why, what will the cost of the accepting or rejecting the the opportunity or the investment that being proposed kan. Macam tu je. Dia senang je. Dia tak technical sangat lah MA ni. MA ni banyak pada storytelling kan. Dia pandai, it will challenge lah your writing skill in justifying the concept, the match again with the scenario given. So boleh ya. So, tak apa, ada banyak masa. Tak faham, kita boleh sembang-sembang lagi next session. So ada apa-apa nak tanya? Kalau tak ada apa-apa, saya just end je.
Tak ada, madam.
Tak ada.
Tak ada, madam.
Clear ya untuk yang financial measure because we just extract ataupun we just explore three types of financial measure. So with that, kita jumpa lagi next week. Next week, just get ready with ataupun you just go through lah, briefly, on the second part of the PMS ya, performance measurement system. We go through on yang itu nanti yang latest pun saya akan upload ya. Kalau ada changes saya bagi tahu. Sebab dia kata setiap kali tengok kan, setiap kali tengok mesti ada je lagi nak tambah lah, nak apalah. So dynamic dynamic slide you pun penting mana satu. Tapi tak adalah, dia sebenarnya basically sama je, cuma I just add a little bit, add some here, some there, and then just highlighting a few keyword macam tu je. That's it. I just end with the tasbih kifarah, and surah Wal-As ya. Thank you very much everyone. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Welcome. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.
Bye-bye.
Salam.
Thank you, madam.